Time for conference play. Heart South action kicks off this weekend off the bye week. And we're here with Miguel Regalado, head coach for the Baker Wildcats. So let's go to that. Bye week. Was it nice to get a week off? I know some of the guys were banged up. Was it nice to have that week off in between and get a little extra prep in there for MNU this week?
There's no doubt. I think that it was perfect timing for us. Our guys have been through 5 pretty tough physical ball games. We're banged up front on the offensive line. We get 2 of those guys back after a week off, so it's really been helpful for us. And to be honest with you, it's good for those guys to get away from us, and we enjoyed getting away from them. I took 3 days there. I didn't think about football. I didn't look at film. I did yard work, and it was a much-needed break for everybody.
Do you have a favorite thing to do away from the football field when you do have that time off, like a bye week?
You know, the tradition has always been for the Regalados to go to a pumpkin patch, and we found out the hard way that our kids are growing up now. Ava, my 8th grader, wanted nothing to do with it. Jalen's a junior here. He wanted nothing to do with it. So it was a lot of yard work and a lot of hanging out, and that's okay.
That is okay. Well, MNU this week, it's a big one. Obviously, when you have 2 schools that have met so often, and obviously both teams coming into this one have high expectations for the conference. So what sticks out to you about the Pioneers that they do well that's going to make for a challenge on Saturday?
You know, they're a dangerous offense. They have a quarterback from El Paso, number 4, that will sit in the pocket and make throws. He'll take big hits. They struggle a little bit on the offensive line, but he's got weapons out there on the perimeter. And so we've got to keep that guy contained in the pocket, hit him, and continue to hit him. And then we've got to make sure that we don't allow deep balls to number 6 and number 9 out there on the perimeter. On defense, they're flying around. They're kind of a multiple defense, which always makes an offensive line coach like me a little nervous because you just don't know what you're going to see. And then you factor in a bye week. And a lot of coaches have a lot of time on their hands, and they start thinking about, wait, maybe we could do this, maybe we can do that. And then you just throw in the fact that it's Baker versus MNU. I mean, there was a time here where, you know, we couldn't beat MNU. And then all of a sudden we broke through in 2013, then we couldn't lose to MNU. And then we lost last year. And so we've got to, it's all part of restoring the order as we, continue to try to do week by week this year. And we're looking forward to a great ball game.
We mentioned having extra time on your hand with the bye week and stuff. Do you have any extra, I mean, you don't have to go through what to expect necessarily, but do you have any extra play calls that maybe you were able to get to over the bye week, whether they were created over the week or just gave you more time with the offense to install certain stuff?
You know, Coach Morris, I've always referred to as a mad scientist. He is a guy that sits in his office all day long. He eats, breathes, and sleeps football. We were kind of joking about it last week about, what he's going to do with his bye week, and I'm pretty sure I can guess what he's doing all week long. But he's gotten into the playbook a little bit, which, like I said just a little bit ago, it always worries a coach. Worries a head coach when you've got a bye week because you start thinking about fakes, you start thinking about reverses, you start thinking about double passes, you start thinking about all these certain things that can happen in a football game after 2 weeks. And but I think you're going to be excited to see what Coach Morris has been drawing up for the last couple of weeks.
We're going to be talking to Truman here shortly, and we've talked a little bit about his progression. He goes from safety last year to moving over to quarterback this year, and you've seen the growth each and every week so far and getting back to the position. What can you say about Truman and what he's brought to the team on the offensive side of the ball?
I think he's gotten better every single week. I think he'd be the first to tell you that first week was kind of a blur, that first game against Peru State, and you've seen a steady progression every single week. You're talking about a guy that in his first year as a college quarterback, and then what I believe is the best conference in college football at our level. He's thrown for over 1,000 yards. He's thrown 11 touchdowns to 1 interception, so he's taking great care of the football. He's rushed for over 200 yards, which shows you the kind of athlete that he is. And his efficiency is over 150, which is incredible for a quarterback, much less a quarterback that didn't play quarterback senior in high school, didn't play quarterback his first year at Baker. He's just a phenomenal human being. He's a great leader, and we're just excited. His ceiling is just way up here.
So obviously this starts Heart South play in the conference games, which the automatic bid and everything on the line in that way. You're taking things week by week, so you're not trying to look ahead, but does this feel like a different feeling once you get to this part of the schedule in this back half of the season?
100%. There's no doubt about it. We've always had a saying back in the old days, if you've got to win all your home games, and you've got to win the South, and that'll give you an opportunity to go play for a national championship. And we're not ready to go there with our guys yet. I've got them so focused right now on just going 1-0 and taking one game at a time. But as I've told them since the day I got here, every game at Baker is a playoff game, and we are in a playoff game this week. It's a 5-1 MNU team versus a 4-1 Baker team. Both teams think, okay, we're playing pretty well. We got a chance to win a Heart South title here. Well, somebody's gonna go away on Saturday, I won't know if it's MNU.
All right, Miguel Regalado, head coach for the Baker Wildcats, taking on the MNU Pioneers at 1 o'clock on Saturday.